We bring you this live every day, and we are so honored to have beautiful people to guide us in these meditations. Today, we have Dale Olansky with us, and I am so looking forward to hearing her and hearing this beautiful meditation. Dale, welcome to Enlightened World Network.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. It's an honor to be with everybody this morning. Thank you. Or this afternoon, whenever you're seeing this.
Yes, wherever it may be.
Wherever it may
And
be.
so, Dale, I'm going to turn it over to you to do the meditation, and then I will be back when you're done, and we will learn more about how people can reach you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Terry. It's great to see you this morning.
Absolutely.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you. I'd like to welcome you into this meditation. And this morning, we're going to be meditating on the generosity of the universe. Many of us have been taught to think that we are limited and that we live in lack, which is so not the truth of who we are. We do live in an abundant universe that gives unceasingly of itself to us. And when we know that, and we expect that generosity to be poured into our lives, that's what we experience. So it's my honor to take you through this meditation where we're going to be immersing ourselves in divine truth about who we are, to loosen up our ability to manifest goodness in every single area of our lives, whether it's financial wealth, whether it's health, whether it's relationships, creative expression. We are here just to open up those floodgates to receive our good and to receive it abundantly. And so with that, without further ado, I'm going to invite you to join me in this endeavor and this journey as we just begin by relaxing. So if you would like to close your eyes or soften your gaze, whatever is comfortable for you, go ahead and do so. And just allow yourself to move into a space of deepening your awareness and your connection with that divine part of you that is nestled inside your heart. So as we just relax into this moment, just turning away from anything that's buzzing around in our minds or in our consciousness, and just letting ourselves slip into that deeper state of oneness, of awareness. And I invite you to take a breath of air in with me. And as we exhale, just physically letting go of it all, knowing that we are in a safe space right now. And we can just let go of everything and be in an oneness, in an openness, a spaciousness of being that we all have. We all have our lives in that oneness. Some call it spirit, some call it God, some call it the infinite intelligence that surrounds all and is all. And just allowing your body to relax into whatever you're in. If you're in a chair or in your bed or a couch, just let your body relax now, letting go of any constriction and just letting yourself be opening up, just open to the energy of love and light that is the essence of our beingness. It is always there, and letting it come in to our awareness right now. And so I invite you to bring forth that wholeness, that love into your mind, into your heart, into your soul. Let's just take a moment right now to still our mind and to open ourselves up to the infinity of beingness that we are, and to feel that energy, that aliveness. Even though it's invisible, there's a part of us that can sense it, that knows what that is. It is the innate part of our being. It is the eternality of life that we all are. And so let's just take a moment now to experience what that is, to merge into oneness, to merge into the light and the love. And just being mindful of your breath, allowing your breath to be your touchstone. If you ever get distracted during this meditation, come back to your breath and just breathe the energy of spirit, of love, of light into your heart, bringing you back to center. And so at all times, we are immersed in the totality of beingness. We are always one. We are always in the flow of life. And with each affirmation that I bring to you this morning, I invite you just to allow yourself to have a relationship with it, to allow the affirmation to settle into your soul, to remind you of what is true about you, so you can open yourself up to the flow of life that gives unceasingly of itself to you, that brings forth your good through known channels and unknown channels, and just to allow yourself to receive your good. It is yours to have, because life only knows of life expanding and thriving. And when we come into that awareness of that, it comes into our physical expression. So there is only one source of life. That life is spirit, that life is God, that life is the infinite energy that runs this universe. That is the source. And so just breathe this in. There is only one source of life, and that source is spirit. There is only one source of life, and that source is spirit. The source of life isn't a job, it isn't a person, it isn't a thing. It is that invisible, loving presence that is within all, that knows exactly how to bring forth our good, whether it is money, whether it is health, whether it is creativity, relationships. It doesn't matter. Everything comes from that great and perfect source that knows exactly how to bring forth our good. And so I invite you just to immerse yourself in that truth. I invite you to take a breath of air in with me and exhale, just continuing to be in this spaciousness, this aliveness of our spirit, of our soul, and in this energy of goodness, of manifesting, of bringing forth the generosity of the universe. It's so important to ready ourselves to be receptive because the universe needs a receptive vehicle in order to give of itself. And so our next affirmation is all about being that open, receptive energy for that goodness to come forward. And our affirmation is simply this: I am ready to receive my good. I am ready to receive my good. And you deserve your good. You deserve it. It is yours. We are all here to be the receptors of the love and the light and the energy of the universe so that we can live happy, healthy, whole lives. It is our divine nature to be in the flow of life, to thrive, to be happy, to be joyful. And so it is good to be that receiver and to be open to the gifts of the universe. And so I invite you just to sit in this energy of receptivity, to open yourself up to the goodness that is unlimited. And let's take a breath of air in and exhale. Sometimes our minds like to tell the universe how our good is to come into our lives. And We don't need to concern ourselves with that because the universe has unlimited ideas about how to deliver our good. And it does so by bringing it forth in many unlimited channels. And so our next affirmation is just grounding ourselves in the understanding that we can let go of the how our good comes into our lives and just be in a space of welcoming whatever channel the universe sees fit to bring forth our financial wealth, our creative flow, our health and wellness, our relationships, because the universe is filled with infinite intelligence and it knows the perfect avenues to bring forth that goodness. And so our affirmation is, my good comes through unlimited channels. My good comes through unlimited channels. And so as we just allow ourselves to open up to that unrestricted state of being where we can just open up and be curious and excited about how the universe is delivering our good to us, a state of optimism, a state of joyful receptivity, being in awe of how this universe works so amazingly in our lives, and to know we are always provided for. So let's just be in that excitement, that joy for this few minutes. And let's take a breath of air in. And as we exhale, just one final affirmation. It's so important, as we talked about receptivity, to be accepting of the gifts of the generous spirit and to know that we live under the law of divine reciprocity. And as we give, so we receive. And so to receive is to give is to receive. And just to know that when we come into that energy of truth, we not only improve our lives, but the lives of everyone, giving our good, receiving our good. And so our final affirmation is, as I receive my gifts from the universe, I give them as well. As I receive my gifts of the universe, I give them as well. And we all rise together. Let's just take a moment to sit in that truth, to open ourselves up to a deeper awareness of what that means to us. and just stay in that energy of flow, of giving, of receiving, of being in oneness with all life. So I invite you to take one more breath in. And as we exhale, beginning our return back into our reality that we're in here, this physical reality, moving from the gentle meditation experience into whatever our day has in store for us. Just coming into the awareness of your body, wiggling your toes and your fingers and reestablishing your physical connection. Being mindful of your breath, aware of the air that comes into your lungs, and aware of the air exhaling. And just remembering as we return what we've come to know about the generous spirit that we live in and that we all are. And just keeping the door open to goodness to come flowing into our lives in the perfect way, in the perfect time. And just knowing that this is an abundant universe that gives unceasingly of itself to us. And so we have nothing to worry about. We are always provided for. And when we remember that, that is exactly what we experience. And so I invite you just to take your time to return into this space, feeling the ground beneath your feet or whatever you're sitting on, feeling that support, aware of your surroundings, aware of your senses, whatever's coming through your five senses, to ground in that and connect with that, to very gently return into this dimension that we live in together, and just to know how very blessed we are, because there is always an energy of spirit that we live in that is always informing us and always guiding us, and just to always know that and live into that greater life that you are, because it is here for you to allow you to have a journey here that is absolutely, absolutely abundant in all ways. And so let's take a breath in as we exhale, opening your eyes if that's comfortable for you, and just knowing how loved you are and how blessed you are. And it's been an honor for me to be here with you and to remind you of your truth.
Dale, thank you so much for this experience today. I absolutely loved this. I had to grab a paper so I could make some notes as we were doing the affirmations. The one that really, really stuck out to me is my good comes through unlimited channels. And so many times you're right. We try to tell the universe it's got to be this way. I want this and I want it now, right? one of my dear friends says, when we lose the how, we get ready for the wow. And I love that thought. I love that we don't have to be in control. We know where our abundance comes from. We know where everything that's good and wonderful in life comes from, and that's from spirit. And thank you so much for helping us to go there today and to understand that and to go into a state of gratitude for what is coming our way. So
Yes.
thank you for this reminder today and just staying in that oneness, staying in the flow of the energy. And
Yes.
that's what I choose.
Yes.
I say that's our superpower is being able to choose.
Yes.
And we decide if we're going to stay in that flow or if we're going to go into resistance. So
Exactly.
I'm choosing the flow today, and thank
Shoot.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
It was amazing. I really appreciate it, and the audience is appreciating it and giving you love.
Oh,
And just let everybody know how we can reach out to you. I want more. You know, this is my first experience. I've heard you before because I know you've done other things for Enlightened World Network, but this is my first experience of really sitting with you in this energy, and it was beautiful. So
thank you.
thank you. And I want everybody to experience you now. So just share how we can reach out to you and find you.
Sure. Well, right now I'm a minister of religious science, and I serve at Center for Spiritual Living Palm Desert, which you've seen our offerings are on Enlightened World
Yes.
Network. If you want to see me, I'm pretty much doing some broadcasts through them through their website, and I'm part of a group that does kind of like spiritual banter, and I also have some of my own shows that I've done. But you can reach me through my email if you want to reach out to me. I can always reach out to you and give you some other options. I'm at Rev Dale O, which is REVDALEO at gmail.com. And I've also written a book. I might as well put a plug in for my book. I wrote a book in
Absolutely.
2018 called Fear to Faith, A Daily Guide to Finding Solace in an Uncertain World. And you can get it at Amazon. It's a daily read. It's something that kind of, I don't even claim ownership of it because God just wrote through me. I just was an open vehicle for it.
Right.
But it's helped a lot of people during this time because of all the uncertainty. And it's basically, I kind of just tell a story of whatever I was going through on a certain day. And there's a spiritual uplift at the end. There's an affirmation and on each entry. So it really anchors you into faith and just knowing you're good, even though life is what it is. There's always this center that we have. And I remind you of your centerpiece, whether you call it God, spirit, love, it's always there for us. And that's our greatest anchoring into the things that change in life. So you can get it on Amazon if you like. And I just love to talk about it because it's helped so many people.
Absolutely. I'm going to check that out.
Yeah.
I'm traveling right now, so I don't have a lot of books with me, but I do have Kindle. So if it's on the Kindle version, I can certainly keep that, as I go along my way.
Great. It is on Kindle. So you can get,
Awesome. I
yeah.
will do that. And thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much for the light that you are.
Thank you.
And many, many blessings to you, Dell. I look forward to each time that you will come on with us here to do the meditations.
Thank
Such a
you.
blessing.
Thank you
So, for
so much.
all of you who tuned in today, thank you for being with us. We appreciate you here at Enlightened World Network. We try to offer positive, uplifting programming. So, tune in right now at any time of the day or night because we're doing 10 days of positive programming where you'll have something every hour here at Enlightened World Network. So, stay with us and be blessed. And Dell, thank you again. This
Thank
was
you.
an absolute honor and pleasure
Thank,
to have you here.
thank you so much.
Bye, everybody.